August 2nd, 2019. It's been 29 years, 1 month, and 1 day since I masturbated. We're talking about a slogan, "There but for the grace of God go I." And the value of slogans are we believe these are pieces of wisdom that come from a power greater than ourselves, which could be simply the group. The group believes that when you start to feel needy or lonely or sad or hurt or angry or resentful or fearful or whatever it may be, that if you can remember these slogans, it'll help you get through that emotionally challenging period and help you stay sober in whatever addiction it may be, whether it's alcohol or drugs or sex or food or gambling or debting or any other compulsive disorder, compulsive obsessive disorder. There but by the grace of God go I. And what this slogan is a slogan of humility. And what it means is, the value in it is, let's say that you do get sober from PMO and you don't act out for 30 days or 60 days or 90 days or 6 months or a year. It's real easy. Like you see guys, once they get past 3 weeks, oh man, I got this. I don't need to go to meetings anymore. I don't need to call my sponsor. I don't need to do steps. I got this. Don't worry about it. Especially at 60 days, 60-day wonders, man. They crash and burn just like shooting stars. And what it is, it's arrogance. It's arrogance. Arrogance comes from the Latin word argos, which means to claim for oneself. And if I claim that I can do it when I really can't, it's arrogance. And that arrogance crashes and burns more people, because everybody wants to say, well, I don't really want to go to meetings. I don't really want to spend my time helping other people. But let's say you do get it. It's real easy to get cocky and say, well, why can't you get it? What's wrong with you? But that kind of arrogance and it's really almost bordering on cruelty. It's important to remember that there but by the grace of God go I, because the truth is you couldn't do it by yourself. You couldn't. If you could do it by yourself, you wouldn't be watching this video, okay? The two groups of people work with addiction. People who can just muscle it down and just say, well, I got a problem with this, I'm stopping. That's not the group of people we deal with. The people we deal with are the ones who say, I'm really trying to stop and I can't stop, okay? That understanding of powerlessness came in June 10th of 1935. There's a certain group of people who can't stop no matter how hard they try. And if those people are the ones we deal with. Those are true addicts. And they have to have a power greater than themselves. And that's a really life-changing experience when you realize that there is a power outside your skin line that was here before you were born, be here after you die, that's more powerful than you. I mean, think of how sad it would be that the greatest form of the universe would be David Letterman. How horrible would that be? How horrifying. But we believe there is a power greater than ourselves, and it can help us to get sober from whatever addiction. But once we do get it, it's important to maintain that humility. When you see somebody else struggling and failing, just like you did, to remember, there but by the grace of God go I. No one is quite sure exactly why some people get sober and some people don't. No one knows for sure. What we do know is if you don't put everything you got into it, you're going to fail. We know that. We also know that if you're really an addict and you haven't got a power greater than yourself, you're going to fail. So we know that you got to put everything you got into it, and we know that you got to have a power greater than yourself. But there are people who do both those things who still fail. And why? We don't know. It's the grace of God. It's like Gandhi says, all this effort in the world, but finally, it's the grace of God that does it. You have to do everything you can. You've got to surrender to a power greater than yourself. But still, it's not up to you. There's a power that's beyond your neurochemical complexity and complexion that is the energy that pushes you over it. And once you get that, which is what I got by the grace of God 29 years, 1 month and 1 week ago, it's important when I see other people to say, hey, and that was me before. That was me. And there but by the grace of God go I. And that keeps you humble and keeps you meek so that you can get along with people. We'll see you in the next video.